back to episode 9 of Coffee Chats with Mo and Bro. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro.
Good to be back.
Yep. Good to be back. Got our hoodies on.
Yeah.
Chilly day here today, so got the hoodies on, rocking our fresh new kits.
Yeah.
So it's good.
We're also in a different vibe today as well. We've got our bean bags. We're chill. We're cozy.
Yeah. So we'll spice it up a bit.
Yeah.
Make it a bit more chill. That way I can see the camera, see you very quickly.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm looking forward to it. So do you want to tell everyone what we do here at Motion Fitness?
Yeah. So Monique, first off, is my sister. I'm Brandon, and we've got our online training platform that we use to help people lose weight and build muscle. So we do that through personalized training programs and nutrition plans. We've also created a bit of a community where you can come and kind of be on that journey with people, because that does help, obviously, on the times where you feel like you might be losing a bit of motivation and things like that. We've got a bit of a support group that you can go to lock in and carry on with your journey. So that's what Monique and I do. We're the ones that design the programs for you, plus the meal plans, all catered for home gyms, gyms that you can go to.
Commercial gyms.
Gyms, yeah. And
we got there.
brain's a bit slow this morning. And then our meal plans are mainly catered for the New Zealand and Australian market. And what we mean by that is the recipes are, and the meals, you can go straight into a Woolworths or Pack and Save. You can see them on the shelf. And it also helps with online shopping. So if you want to save time, you can just click and collect. It's all sorted from there. So yeah, that's what we do, right?
Yeah, no, you aced
That's
it.
what I do. I don't know what you do.
I just drink my coffee. I just joined for these podcast chats. Yeah. Awesome. So we're going to do a real chill chat today, as usual, have our coffees together, whether that be that you're sitting down, going for a walk, at the gym, whatever it may be. Just come and chat with us and get to know a bit about us and what we do, and we'll give you some tips as we go as well. So touching on our 4 usual topics, starting with nutrition, heading into training, and then lifestyle, and then business. So we'll touch on nutrition first. Brandon, what is the biggest mistake you see people make when it comes to trying to lose weight?
Dropping calories too quickly.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
I mean, like, just from my time working with people, when people start to lose weight, the first thing they think is, oh, cool, I'm losing weight, time to drop the calories, just to add to that momentum of losing weight.
Yeah.
But that's the worst thing you want to do, because when you lose or when you drop calories too quickly, there's no point to go from there. So if you're dropping by 500 calories every couple of weeks, eventually your body is going to lose weight. But what happens when you're down to 1,200 calories a day? Yeah. There's nowhere to go from there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, what do you do then?
And so people just think that in order to lose weight, you need to be dropping calories all the time, when that's not the case. You want to try and maintain your calories for as long as possible. Yeah. And look at your macronutrients. Yeah. So make sure you're getting good quality protein in. And then from there, if you're not dropping weight, that's when we would look at dropping the calories back down a bit. Yeah. Is that what you would agree with?
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. But like you said, 1,200 calories, to be honest, really no one should even be on that amount. So what are you going to do when you get to that point?
Exactly. So you want to keep the calories as high for as long as possible, and then drop them only when or if you're not losing weight. Yeah. So that's what I mean by keeping your calories as high for as long as possible. Yeah. You can't hide the fact that you need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. So you will need to drop your calories if you're not losing weight at all. Yeah. But once you start getting on that roll, that momentum, and you're losing a bit of weight, we then want to start looking at macronutrient quality first. Then if that's not working, then we start to reduce the calories.
Yeah. So you'd kind of recommend that you get into a calorie deficit if you are trying to lose weight, but then the next step is looking at your macros and trying to target that.
Yeah, definitely your macros. And I think a big one for us is the protein. Yeah. So we want to keep protein levels high. Yeah. It's about at least 1.5 grams per kilo of body weight. So that's just a good base to make sure you're looking good, because for a lot of our clients who have tried to lose weight in the past, if you're not monitoring your protein, you're going to lose weight, but then you're going to kind of look like shit at the end. You're going to have that skinny fat appearance. Yeah. Where, cool, you're at your goal weight, but you don't look good.
Exactly.
And so that's where body composition comes into. And that's why you got league players, rugby players, all that like look a certain way at 95 kilos. Yeah. But then you've got the office worker who's 95 kilos, look completely different.
More of the skinny fat.
Yeah. yeah, it's completely different, and that's where the body composition comes in,
Yeah.
and that's where increasing your muscle mass through a high protein diet is super important.
Yeah.
So yeah, going on to the macronutrients in terms of protein, why is protein important?
If you don't have enough protein, you will look terrible.
Yeah, why is that?
So if you're not having, so protein is what you need to be able to maintain your muscle mass. And if you're not having enough protein, then what happens is to get energy, your body just naturally goes to its muscle tissue. So it's drawing from the muscle, which means that you're going to, like you said, get the skinny fat look. You're going to not feel as strong. You're going to be looking not as toned as that you could be. And yeah, protein is just, if you're wanting to gain muscle, get that toned, defined look, that's what you need to be having. And like you said, 1.5 grams per kg of body weight is ideally what we want to be focusing on, what we're hitting. And protein's great. It's going to keep you full as well. And it's low calories per gram. So
in terms of like good protein sources, what are some good protein sources, and how often should you be having protein? Should it be every day?
Yeah.
Or in every meal?
Yeah, ideally every meal. Well, that's what we would recommend, is to have it breakfast, lunch and dinner. If you can have it with your snacks, obviously depending on what your goal is and your body weight and everything. If you need to have it with your snacks, then you should be as well. But breakfast, lunch and dinner, absolutely. I would say a minimum of 30 grams, but again, that is dependent on male, female, goals, body weight, everything. And you can get it from chicken, steak, eggs, Greek yogurt, protein powder if you need to. I know I have protein powder in the morning just because it's easier for me when I'm on the go. But yeah, protein, I can't stress protein enough, and it's something that I've incorporated over the last few years, and I like follow to a strict T because I know how important it is.
It's, for our viewers, that's probably the one macronutrient that's the hardest to get if you're not prepared.
Yeah.
It's so easy to have a loaf of bread, 2-minute noodles, have all these carbs, have all these fats, but protein's the one that you need to prioritize. So when we talk about meal prep, which is kind of leading on to our next topic.
I think you're skipping one. You're too keen.
but that's the importance of meal prep, so you can get ready for So you are setting yourself up for success by having a high protein diet.
Exactly. Yeah, protein's super important. So one key takeaway from this is to up your protein, or look at what your protein target should be. And if you don't know that, just flick myself or Brandon a message or drop a comment, and we can help you with that.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. Cool. So we'll jump into our training now. So let's touch on progressive overload.
Okay.
What is progressive overload?
Progressive overload is the most important thing when it comes to toning up.
Yeah.
So the reason I say that is you want to build muscle, you want to add strength, and you're only going to get that through progressive overload. So in theory, it just means pushing yourself.
Yeah.
And we do that in the form of adding more reps to your exercises, ideally every week or two.
Yeah.
Or increasing the weight.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're going to increase the weight, it's okay to reduce the reps by a couple. But then the goal is to get back to what your reps were previously, but with the new added weight.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I feel like, we've talked about this before, but being consistent in the gym is one thing. But once you've got that consistency, it's now about pushing yourself. Because once you've created that consistency, you want to be able to look good.
Yeah,
and also you don't want to waste your time. No one wants to waste our time. So going an hour to the gym just to do the same thing every day is not going to change your body.
Yeah.
And if anything, that's now a waste of time. Obviously, you get mental benefits and positivity from exercising, but ideally you want to be lifting heavy, pushing yourself.
Yeah.
So that's the pretty much basic of progressive overload.
I think the easiest way for people who don't really understand it is, if you think about it, your muscles slowly start to adapt through the weight that you're currently using, right? So you're getting used to it. So at some point you need to push it, and you need to push yourself to your limits, really, so that your muscles can continue to grow. And I always tell my clients as well, you're not likely to get progressive overload in every session, but you want to be aiming for it.
Yes.
Because it is very hard.
It is taxing, and more so it's more of like the mental battle of locking in and knowing you have to push yourself. So we understand that you're not going to be able to set personal best every single workout.
Yeah.
That's not what we're about. We're more about obviously the consistency in it.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, you're going to want to have that drive. You're going to have that little fire in you to say, actually, I'm sick of using the 2 kilo dumbbells.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to now use the 3 kilo dumbbells. You're going to have to do that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what we preach with our clients.
Yeah.
You've got to be pushing yourself
Mhm.
once you've created that consistency.
Yeah.
So in terms of like progressive overload, I often hear people worrying about lifting too heavy
Yeah.
can create injuries and
Mhm.
hurt themselves. What are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts, the worst thing you can do in the gym is not lift heavy.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
How are you expected to, again, going back to what we were talking about, grow your muscles if you're not lifting heavy and if you're not pushing yourself to your limits? If you're just every week just going because you're too worried to be lifting heavy and you're just doing light reps, lightweight, how are you going to see changes within your body? And like you said, it's going back to it's just boring and then again just wasting your time in a way as well. But I know that you've had a client recently ask you this as well.
No, not
Or
any
not a
specific client. Just I get this a lot of time. Back when I used to work in the gym or first meet
Yeah.
people, they didn't want to lift heavy in fear of getting like too bulky
Mhm.
or hurting themselves. And that's why firstly it's important to have good technique.
Mm-hmm.
So with good technique, you shouldn't really ever hurt yourself anyway.
Yeah.
And most people that do hurt themselves normally hurt themselves from reaching the back of the car to grab something or to
Yeah, very true.
bend over gardening. Like
Mhm.
most injuries or going golf, things like that are generally what hurt people more than the actual gym.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of change your mindset
Mhm.
around that. And if you're training correctly, you're not going to have any issues with injuries. So
Yeah.
that's why it is important to follow a plan that is catered for you
Mm-hmm.
and what your like skill level is at the time. Because obviously movements like deadlifts or barbell squats are very difficult
ones,
for you if you haven't put in the time learning
Yeah.
or you're just new to the gym. So
Mhm.
you want to be put on those exercises straight away. But for the most part, if you're on machines and you've learned the correct technique, which you can do through our plans,
Yeah.
it's going to help set you up so you can then progressively move on to
Mhm.
more technical movements, and that way you're not going to be hurting yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, and I don't like to set bars or glass ceilings of don't lift heavy, because automatically I feel it puts you in a mindset of don't push yourself,
Yeah.
you know, and that's a bad mindset to be in,
That's a bad mindset. Yeah.
because you want to be pushing yourself to be better all the time, and
Mhm.
not just in the gym, just
Yes.
with most things.
Yeah.
You know, you want to be the best version of yourself,
Mm.
so you have to lock in. And if you are someone that has face injuries with certain movements and that, then obviously we need to look at what you're doing and how to rectify that to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
And it might mean you're actually on a movement that's too advanced for where you're at currently.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when
Definitely.
you would want to reach out to someone that can help you out. That's what we can obviously do.
Yeah. I think for females, like, they also are worried about getting injured as well, but they're also worried about that bulky look. And I don't think that females understand that you're not actually going to get bulky, and it's very hard to look like a male. It is very hard. Like, it's pretty much impossible. So if you're wanting to get toned, sculpted, that defined look, then you still need to be lifting heavy because you're not going to get bulky. Lower your body fat percentage, increase your weights that you're doing, and you're going to get the tone look. There's no...
Yeah, and in saying that, it's funny, the amount of people that say, oh, they don't want to look bulky or get too much muscle.
Do you know how hard I'm trying to get bulky?
I know. It's like, if you're new to the gym, I'm sorry, you're not going to be looking bulky or strong within 6 months.
Hell no.
You're not. It is going to take a while, and that's the cold hard truth.
Yeah.
But when we say that, we're not doing that to discourage people. We're saying it to make you realize, like, it is the journey, and that's why we talk about like sustainability and enjoying it. And you might not look like Arnie after 6 months, but you'll look a hell of a lot better than you did 3 months earlier.
Yeah, you'll feel a lot better.
You look better, and then before you know it, you could be.
Yeah.
You know, if that's the goal. But like,
going a bit
joke.
off.
But like,
all the girls are like, oh shit.
Yeah, I needed to clarify that one.
That was a joke, team.
But like, it's going to take so much more work than you realize.
Yes.
So you need to be consistent and put in the effort, because
Yeah.
and look, what I tell clients is, worst case, you got too much muscle, cool. We just don't train as hard.
How good.
Imagine that dream. But I guarantee
It's
95% you probably aren't going to get there. So.
But like you say as well, it is the journey, and like you get so much, like there's so many benefits. It's not just the physical that you get from it. So you kind of get addicted in a way. You just need to start. You just need to stay consistent, and you need to make sure that you're doing progressive overload, increasing your weights and all that, so that you enjoy it and get the most out of it as well.
Yeah.
But okay, we'll jump into the lifestyle. So people often struggle with obviously time and everything like that. So how do you meal prep and get time back?
Well, meal prep is just a necessary evil.
Yeah.
So that just means it's just something that you need to do to lose weight. I'm sorry, like I know it sucks. I know like you don't want to take an hour out of your Sunday, but the thing is you need to do it. And the thing is by doing that, you're actually going to get more time back during the week.
Exactly.
Okay. So that's how I like to explain it to clients is, yeah, it sucks. But by being prepared, it means the rest of your week, you're going to get so much more time back. And what I mean by that is your lunches, you know what you're having each day. You don't have to spend 10 minutes getting to the cafe or go and try grab sushi. You've got it all ready to go, which is also going to save you money.
Yeah.
So that's another important thing. You want to be saving money. And then for evenings, if you can do maybe, I generally like to say cook on a Sunday. That way you got all your lunches pretty much for the week. Then you can do a Monday evening cook. So Monday is normally a bit of a pain in the ass for everyone. So might as well just set yourself up well on a Monday. Cook a good meal on a Monday, which can then be leftovers for Tuesday evening. And then you can then cook again on Wednesday, which will then kind of keep you going for Thursday evening.
Yeah.
And then whatever else. So that essentially means you cook 3 times a week, and that can cover pretty much 90% of your diet.
Yeah.
And then the weekends are the part where it's kind of a bit more challenging. But if you've put in the work Monday to Friday, and then
don't want to screw it up.
Yeah, but then you have a good understanding of what you should be eating over the weekend. It's not going to actually mean you put on a kilo or two.
Yeah. That's exactly it though, is meal prepping, yes, it may take an hour to do on a Sunday, but if you think about you're doing your dinners Monday to Friday, if you're prepping them on those nights, that's probably an hour, would you say? Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Yeah, by the time you add it all up.
By the time you add it all up, it is actually, you are getting a lot of your time back by, and I know it is a Sunday, but it's, Sundays are when, Saturdays and Sundays usually when people are mostly home and they're chilling, doing whatever housework, whatever it may be. So to do an hour on a Sunday is going to give you the Monday to Friday time back.
Yes.
And it's going to set you up. Even if that's just putting rice on the rice cooker, just cooking chicken breast, just have in the fridge, they're already cooked, mince, whatever it may be, it's already in there. It's going to help.
Oh yeah, it has to be done, because I spoke to a client yesterday and like he felt that he'd been a bit off because he hadn't done anything last weekend, which meant Monday came around.
Yeah.
He didn't really have his meals, which meant he went and got sushi for lunches. And as soon as you go down that route, the sushi over here, it's not much protein, too much sauces, and I guarantee you're not going to be getting the cleanest, healthiest option every time.
Yeah.
Because who wants to drop $20 on that? Some people, you want to, if you're dropping $20, you want to be enjoying your lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's better just to have done it all previously. But then what I'm saying is it then rolled on to gets home late from work, and it's like, now I got to cook, and it's like, it's all too much.
Yeah.
Uber Eats or just quickly make up something that's not actually a good meal.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, it's Friday.
Yes.
And you've just wasted the whole week.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why you haven't lost any weight.
Yeah. And meal prep can look different for everyone. Like I personally do it on the Sunday, but I know a lot of my girls, they do, just like I said, the rice and the meat, and they've just got it ready to go so that when they do come home from work, it's already just there.
Yeah.
And they know what they're eating, whether that be that they have to cook up some veggies or if they've got those prepped as well. It's super easy, and it is time efficient as well and money saving. We all love that.
Definitely.
Yeah, so meal prep is key. Like Brandon said, necessary evil. Touching on our business now. So pretty exciting, but we've got some new programs coming out. So it's been a journey, and it's been requested as well. So we've been working on in the background, and they are starting to come out. So I've been working on like a Booty Blast program, and I don't think Brandon's doing Booty Blast.
Nah, I don't think many of my dudes would really be into that. I'm doing chest and arm blasts, so just a bit of a 6-week little pump to get you knowing exactly what you need to be doing. So really lock in, understand how to build muscle as quickly as possible. So it's just got a couple different plans, 6 to 12 weeks
Yeah.
sort of
Training
phases
blocks,
that will get you to where you need to get to. So I've been working on that the last few weeks. So it's all good to go now.
Yeah, it's actually very exciting, to be able to release this. And because we know this is for female demographic and male demographic, they have different things that they're aiming towards. And that's usually what they're kind of, girls want big glutes and guys want big arms and chest.
Yeah, everyone's different. But
yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, that's generally what we're doing, what we hear. So we're like, screw it, we might as well make plans specifically for these problem areas.
Mm-hmm.
And how to most effectively get results.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's what we've been working on.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some cool exercises. Like we're big on the big compound movements, but then there's a few cool accessory exercises that are a bit more different to what other just to spice it up a bit, and things that might be a bit more technical that are good for even experienced lifters and what you should be doing to get the most activation out of your pecs or to really grow those arms
or those glutes.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, if you want more information on that, then just get in touch with us. Obviously we have training programs that specialize in all different muscle groups, but we thought it would be quite fun and people have been requesting it as well. So it's been highly requested that these areas are targeted. I know I chatted to my females, you chatted to your males, and this is kind of what they let us know that they wanted. So here we are catering for it. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Seeing everyone's arms grow by 3 inches in the next 2 months.
Yeah, all the chicks are going to turn to the side and just go boom. No, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for joining us once again. As usual, give us a like, give us a follow and all of that. Drop any questions that you may have in the comment section and we can answer those next episode. And yeah, anything else?
No, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching.
I like these bean bags.
You like the bean bags?
Yeah.
Are you comfy? Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than the couch.
Yeah. The couch was a little bit squishy, so we thought we'd switch it up. But no, it is comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as every week goes, our beanbags will be slightly adjusting with how you're sitting and everything.
Yeah.
So
well, they might be getting further away as well.
No, but yeah, thank you guys. We will see you next week for episode 10. Cheers.